Hi guys, the Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, let me sit down here. Alright, I am back with my series on giving myself permission to art journal every day. So, I'm not going to come on every day an art journal, but I am going to try to commit to Tuesdays and Thursdays to making, sharing what I'm doing in my everyday art journaling. You know, giving myself permission to art journal every day for 45 minutes to an hour. Even if I only have 30 minutes, allow myself, and this is how I'm starting out my day. Instead of starting out my day with my eBay business, which is what I normally do, I'm starting it out with art journaling first. And the reason I'm doing this is because I thought about my life. I thought, you know what? If I could do anything with my life, and I would want to make sure that I fit into my life every day, what would it be? It would definitely be art. So whatever your art is, if it's mixed media, if it's art journaling, whatever it is, make sure you do it every day, or as many days as you can a week, because that's what's going to make you happy, right? So I think that's a good New Year's resolution. Make yourself happy. Okay, so remember I told you guys, oh, before I get started, I do want to share something with you. Okay, remember yesterday, we did some jelly prints. Okay, I want to show you what happened. Because we jelly printed, remember, with this chalk paint, okay? So we can get those Venetian walls, the look of Venetian walls. Okay, what happened was, I'm going to show you and what you have to do. What happened is that the chalk paint absorbed all of the distress spray stains, or any of the sprays, right through. So look, it looks like this now, but it didn't. It had all disappeared to the back. This is the back of it, okay? So when I woke up this morning, the only thing that looked like this was the back. So what I did is this morning is everything had thoroughly dried, right? Yesterday when we were doing it, everything wasn't thoroughly dried, but it was, you know, maybe dry to the touch. So what you need to do is, if you do this technique with these chalk paints to get these Venetian wall look, do this part first. Do your pulls with the Venetian chalk, with the chalk paint, or just a flat paint. You don't have to use only chalk paint, but it needs to be a very flat paint. That's kind of chalky. And then do the spray inks the next day, okay? Because if it's not really super dry, it'll absorb all of your ink up. So I had to redo some of these today. So that's why now today, this has some stuff on it, because I resprayed it onto the jelly plate and then went like that. So let them dry overnight when you use your chalk paint. Then the next day, go ahead and spray the sprays on your jelly plate. So I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that's what happened there. What else? Oh, and then my focal points, just to remind you what my focal points are, is, remember I showed you yesterday, these are going to be my focal points once we do all the background stuff, which my backgrounds are always a lot of layers. So this and this is going to be my focal points. Okay. Bring them up a little bit closer. Okay. And also, I already told you, I found that you don't find very many women of color, and especially in these times, they weren't really celebrated. And also, and they rarely took pictures of people of color. So, whenever I find these type of old pictures, these Victorian pictures or these older pictures, I want to use them in my work to celebrate these people. Celebrate my people. So, I found her, and so she's probably going to go into as a focal point also. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know where we're going to. I've pulled a whole bunch of stuff. I pulled an obscene amount of stuff, way more than I'm actually going to use. But what's good about this is I'm going to challenge myself to use everything I pulled is what I'm going to pull from for the rest of the week. So I'm not going to have to go back through all my stuff and pull a bunch more. I'm going to keep using the same stuff for every page that I do this week. Okay? And maybe for next week too. So, and then put everything away and start again. But, okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is I always like to start out with, you know, my MO, which is, you know, book pages. We'll work on this side first, and then I'll move the book over, because this, I'm working in a sketchbook. Let me explain real quick. I'm working in a sketchbook that has been sewn together. I go to each signature and I take out maybe 2 or 3 pages out of each signature. Go to the middle of that signature, okay? If you go to the middle of that signature, it'll easily come up. And since it's a signature, they're sewn. If the books that are sewn are much stronger, so find a book where it's sewn. Whether it's a book, whether it's a sketchbook like I'm doing right here, or it's a book that has, you know, text on it. I love to use books with text also. I just happen to have a bunch of these sketchbooks that I wasn't sketching in, so I decided to turn them into art journals. So that's what I'm working in, just to let you know about that. Okay, so here's some book pages, and I love this book page because, look, it's all yellowed, which just adds to the whole thing. I'm going to tear off the white parts. I don't really, how boring do you, I just want to have all text. All right, I can throw all this away. Oh, I'm glad I emptied out my garbage can. It was so full. All right. I make my own Mod Podge. And just a second. There we go. I have wax paper in between. I advise you to do that too, because we're going to use a lot of glue. And excuse me, everything will be getting stuck. The pages will be. I make my own Mod Podge. And how I do that, I just take regular Elmer's glue. I throw in about 10 squirts of a flat acrylic paint, which gives it a little bit, takes some of the gloss out of it and makes it more like a matte medium, and or matte Mod Podge. And then I add a little bit of water if I need to thin it out. So, and the reason I make my own Mod Podge is, for one, it's so much cheaper than to keep buying Mod Podge. I do a lot of mixed media. And then the other reason is that I got gallons of Elmer's glue like 2 or 3 years ago from Hobby Lobby when they have their clearance in January and February, which they should be clearancing everything out soon. We'll see if they do that this year. With the pandemic, everything's a little bit behind, or they don't do it, or I don't know. Things are weird, so we'll see if they do that big clearance. I hope they do. Anyway, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when they had their clearance in January, they were selling the gallons of Elmer's glue for like $5, and there was like 4 or 5 of them there. Oh my goodness! I took them all. I was like, yes, please. I'm like, I'll be taking all of these. That has saved me so much money with my mixed media, because I was using matte medium. Matte medium is so expensive. I love it. I love it. But it's so expensive. So, to be able to, basically make my own out of the Elmer's, and have gotten it for $5 a gallon, that was a blessing. This is a newspaper, an Asian newspaper from Chinatown here. And let me come down a little bit more. There we go. Let's see if I can come down a little bit more. Okay, just a second. Let me bring my camera up a little bit if I can. There we go. I want to make sure you guys are seeing everything. Okay, I think you are. So that's what this is. This is a newspaper from Chinatown here in Las Vegas, where I live. And I think Asian writing is just so beautiful. So I try to use it in my artwork as much as possible. I think it's a beautiful language. That's why I love mixed media. I love meeting all types of different people. So in my own life, I practice mixed media when it comes to relationships. I meet and have all types of friends. When I work in my art, I like to have all types of different stuff to work with and to put into my artwork. So that's why I'm so attracted, I think, to mixed media. It just goes with my whole concept of living. So I love it. And how much more interesting is it to mix things up, whether it's your life or whether it's your art, which both of them are your life, but I'm talking about your personal life. When you mix things up, you meet other people. When you mix up things in your art, oh, it's just so beautiful and so much more interesting. So much more depth and layers. Okay, here's some book pages. Some other book pages. They're not quite as aged, but they're book pages. I used to use a lot of small pieces, but I like to use bigger pieces. It goes a lot faster and you get your effect a lot quicker. And not that I'm about speed, but, you know, I want to see things building, you know. I get excited to see, you know, the page building. So here's some music note paper right there. So you get to see your page build faster, which I love. And I love working fast. If I work too fast, you don't have to work this fast. Not at all. You could go way slower than this. I think I just get excited when I'm doing it. And so I just... Let me just say this. I do everything fast. I always have. My main thing I have to slow down is when I drive. I have to always remind myself, Angela, go the speed limit. For one, it's safer. Number two, you're about to get yourself a damn ticket. So I go the speed limit. I do have to remind myself, but I go the speed limit. Okay, so what this is music note paper. My fave. Cut this in half. And we'll put that right here. Okay, and do I want this other piece of music note paper somewhere? I'm trying to see if I want that right here. You know what? I kind of don't. Let's take that off of there. I like the way that looks. Okay, so let's go to the other side of this. Okay, I gotta scoot all this over. Hopefully it doesn't fall. I got a big pile of mixed media stuff to use. What I like to do is I work in layers, right? So this is my first layer. So I stack everything. I stack everything together. Like my first, on top of my pile of papers over here to use in my backgrounds is the book pages and all that. Then after that, it's going to come my jelly prints, and after my jelly prints comes something else. And so in the layers of how I'm going to use them on the page is how I stack them up. So I have a stack about yay high over here. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. That's how I organize myself to do my mixed media, because I got a lot going on. I got way too much going on. I always have way too much going on. In my brain, I have way too much going on. When I'm doing my art, I've got way too many ideas. I have way too many, pulled way too many things. So I have these little things that organize me and, you know, stop the insanity. Okay. So I just went and put glue over the whole thing so that we can work quickly. So this session is just going to be building up the entire background. So we'll be building this whole background. Making sure you guys are seeing me. Let me bring this up a little bit. Maybe that'll help. There we go. So I hope this is okay for you guys that I'm working this far back with my camera, but I'm working in a really big book. So to get the whole page in, I can't be super close. So I think this will be okay. If not, somebody will let me know. I couldn't see a damn thing. That was horrible. Okay. So now I'm going to use, oh, this is some, I think it might be somewhere in the Arab world. I think I saw some writing like that on a, when they were doing a piece about, somewhere in the Arab country, Arab world. And, I saw this type of writing and I just think it's beautiful. I found a whole book of it. It's beautiful. So it's like art to me, so I want to use this in my mixed media backgrounds. Like when I found the Asian newspapers, I just thought that, what a gift. And when I found that book, I thought, oh, what a gift. So beautiful. Found it at a thrift store. I love the thrift store. The thrift store is fabulous for finding mixed media stuff for your mixed media. Really original stuff. And where I get the Asian newspaper is a Asian grocery store in Chinatown. That's about 15 minutes from my house. And I used to get it from an Asian restaurant that I went to. But then I saw this Asian grocery store. I thought, they might have some newspapers in there. I went in there. They had like, I think 4 different kinds of Asian newspapers. I went nuts. I bought them all. Not bought them all. They're free. What am I saying bought? They're free. Yeah, I picked up 3 of each. Because I use them in my, I knew I'd use them in my art. So I'm like, I have to have these. All right, we're going to put that there. And that way I knew I had enough in my stash to last me a nice long while. Also, if I want to give some newspapers out or some part of the newspaper out as gifts in my, when I do giveaways, I'd be able to do that too. So I got some for you guys also. Not just for myself. Okay, what am I doing? We need some more book pages. Let's go with this. Just a second, guys, I gotta rip this. This is a dictionary page. So I like this because the writing's real small, so you get a whole nother look. Just a second, I'm tearing off all the white parts. We don't want the white parts, we just want the text. At least that's what I want. All right. So let's just take this piece and put it right down that center where we had some space. Okay. All right, so layer number 1 is done. Okay, so I'm going to move this back over so we can go back to the original page. Good. And let me get rid of this first layer and put this on the bottom. And what I do is I just take the layer and I put that layer on the bottom of my pile. I'm going to show you the layer. See, this whole, that's how it looks, like that. So I just have it all piled up, and then this is going to go on the bottom layer. And now I'm on to my next layer. I just work like that. And my next layer is, you guys look at this. This is fabulous. This is some napkins. I make, I have my coffee, and I make pour over coffee. I'll explain that later. I also make tea, and so I make my own tea. So, with hibiscus and lavender at night, and this is hibiscus and lavender. Isn't that gorgeous? On a napkin, like the tea bag that I use. Actually, I use this little strainer thing. Anyway, and also when I make my pour over coffee, that's the coffee stain from it. Isn't that fabulous? So I save these for my art. So always be looking at everything, you guys. Look at everything. I want to add some of these. I want to add some of this paper here. Some of my, why can I not think? Jelly prints. There we go. So we're going to add some of my jelly prints as another layer. Let me get all the white parts off and get to the color. Look how gorgeous that is. When you ripped it all, when you got it all to the parts you want, look how cool that is. Doesn't that look like some old Venetian wall? Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to put that here. And because this was deli paper, you're going to still be able to see some of the print below it come probably up through that. Because deli paper is still kind of see-through-y, which I think is really cool. This is all pretty much, I pretty much only printed on deli paper yesterday, pretty much. See, okay, I want to show you something. Okay, look at that. And that's how much stuff came all the way through that chalk paint. Isn't that crazy? So I didn't really pretty much redo this one. I just left it. But, so let the chalk paint thoroughly dry after you jelly print it. The next day, jelly print your inks onto it. So, anyway, just wanted to share that, let you know. Okay. We have these colors going on, but then we have these softer colors going on. The pinks and blues. So, let's put that right here, or right here. Oh, that looks cool. Oops, I didn't. Let me see if I can get both pages going here, because I'd like to work on both pages at a time. So let's just see if we can't get both under here. Okay, we got pretty much both, so I can work both sides. Yay. Once this goes down, it just really goes down really nice. It goes down like really becomes part of the page. Like, look at that one. Oh, I like that. Okay. And let's see if we want to do any of this. What's amazing to me is once you tear something out and you isolate it from the rest of the page, it just turns into something else. It's really cool. Like, look at this page. See how cool that looks? I love that. I'm going to put that right here. So it's going to kind of bring all of this together here, right in the middle. So what I'm wanting is I want this to look like an old Venetian wall. that's been painted a lot of different colors over the years. And that's just really what I want my background to look like. And do I worry that I'm covering up some other stuff? No. Because what you really want is you want a peekaboo of this and a peekaboo of that, or things coming up underneath. You can see a little bit, and that's the magic. I remember when I first started doing this work, I'd be so worried about, oh, I just covered that up. Oh, I just covered that up. And then I kept working with it and doing it and getting more confidence and realizing, oh, it's about what's underneath, what's peekabooing through, what's peekabooing out of the sides. And so, if you're new to doing stuff like this, don't worry. I'm tearing this right now. Sorry. Look how cool that looks. Doesn't that look like an old wall? Ooh, that looks cool right there. Love it. Very, 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 very cool. Okay, so I'm done with that layer of stuff. Oh, I didn't use any of this yet, and I really wanted to use a little bit of this. Let's use this right here. This is the paper towel. And let me see. I know there's probably layers on this. Okay, good. The layers are coming. So there's two parts of this one right here. And I almost want to use this one that's a little bit lighter. And I know I just covered up that whole little area right there, but I felt that's going to look perfect. And look at the, I thought that would happen. It's a napkin, so the music print is coming right through the napkin. See, that's more magical than just having the music print there, to see that the music notes come up through the napkin. That's gorgeous. Ooh, that's pretty. So how I get the purple and the pinkish color here is I drink a tea at night, and I use lavender flowers, actually whole lavender flowers, in like a little you know, little tea strainer thing. And also I use some hibiscus and hibiscus flower. And the hibiscus flower tastes like raspberry, and the lavender is what makes me go to sleep. I also throw a little catnip in there, and that also helps you go to sleep. It puts you in a real good deep sleep. But anyway, the colors from that is the hibiscus. Then the coffee from my bag, when I make my pour over coffee, that bag, or if you do in a coffee pot, set it on a paper towel, and you'll get the coffee staining. Okay? So okay, I'm going to put this right here. I really feel that'll look good there. So some Asian print still showing, and then some Asian print is going to come up through this napkin. So that's going to be fabulous. Let me make sure that this is sticky enough, which it wasn't. Okay, I think it is now. There we go. And I'm all about the wrinkles. So if the wrinkles gets on here, I'm all good with wrinkles. It just adds texture and adds more to the design, in my opinion. I've heard people be like, oh, I want to make sure I don't have any wrinkles. Shh. That's a gift when you get some wrinkles. And make sure you guys are all still there and what time we're at. 39 minutes. Okay. All right. So, done with those. Let's put this, so see it, I'm going to show you my pile. So this is a whole pile of nothing but, just a minute, I'm going to kind of straighten out my papers a little bit so I can stack them easier. Okay, so this is a whole pile right here of jelly prints. And then that's the napkins right there. And that's going to go on the bottom of the pile. And like I said, I'm going to work this pile all week. And then I have some scrapbook pages. And I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. Well, I probably am. Check this out. This is a page. This is Tim Holtz scrapbook paper. Isn't that fabulous? It's a bunch of stamps. Love that. Obviously, I haven't been using it. I've been ripping on this for a while. So right on top of some of the jelly print, I'm going to go like that. I do want to leave some of the original book pages showing. So what I'll do is, to keep some of the original book pages showing, because I do want to see that, I will take some of this kind of stuff and go over the jelly prints or go over the napkins and start laying on top of that. Like this right here, this jelly print, I'm going to layer right here on top of that with this. Oh, I love it. I love this stamp paper. You guys, if you have a Tim Holtz paper pad, pull that bad boy out and start using some of the stuff out of his. I just tore all of my Tim Holtz books up to use in my mixed media because his books, his paper pads, oh, they're just yummy. They have some really good stuff in them, as we all know. Really good stuff for mixed media. I need something down here. I'm sure I'll find something. Okay. None of this. This will be perfect in my next thing. I'm looking at this. Look at this stuff. This is the Tim Holtz stuff I'm talking about. Look at this. I think what I'll do next time is I'll use this after I put down the book pages. I'm going to put down this type of stuff or intermix this with the book pages because this kind of stuff is fabulous for that. See? I pulled all this. So isn't that fabulous? Yeah. Love it. Okay, this is also Tim Holtz, which I love. It's all these butterflies. And I told you I needed something at the bottom down here. So I'm going to, I think, put these butterflies down here. Yeah. And Tim Holtz paper is most of it's a thick cardstock, so you got to really, you know, lay down the glue because you're working with cardstock with his stuff. Most of his papers, I believe. Okay. Making sure you guys are seeing. Yes. Okay. I'm still loving these butterflies. I want to add those, I think, at the bottom here also. So let's add some of these butterflies. What a gorgeous page. Oh, just love it. And you could do a whole page of just collage like I'm doing like this and let that be the art and not do anything else from there. So I may do that. I don't know. You know me, I keep adding. So but I'm going to try sometime to do that. Just to let it go as that. I'm sure some people are like, yeah, right, Angela. That might go with that. That goes with that. This is another cool Tim Holtz thing like that. Isn't that gorgeous? But I'm not going to use that. I love this flower. This is some scrapbook paper that I tore out. And I'm wondering if I want that to go there. I don't know, I feel like that's too bold. Okay, here's some more scrapbook paper that I pulled, and I wonder if I want that to go there. I kind of don't. Okay, I don't. All right, see how you can audition things? So I think I'm done with the scrapbook paper. I'm going to go to stuff like napkins, and I think that's my last, yeah, that's my last thing in the pile is napkins. Now, I love this stuff. This is, they call it wrapping paper from Daiso. Okay, and it comes on a big roll like wrapping paper does. But it's in between a tissue paper, it's in between a dryer sheet and a napkin. That's what it's like. But look how beautiful this is. It's so Parisian. It's so French. So I'm going to rip some of this up and use this in the background here. And some of you are sick of me talking about it because I use it all the time. I absolutely love it. I have a few different ones. I have some in brown too, which I should go grab. I'll go grab some brown here in a second. What's nice about this, whatever I put it on, it's just like a napkin. You can see right through it. So this really adds magic to the piece because I just went over the book page and you can see the book page come up right underneath it. So this stuff is fabulous. Napkins is one of my favorite things to use in the backgrounds over everything when I'm done because you're going to see that image, but whatever's below it, it's going to come up right through it. So it's really magical. All right, let me grab what I was talking about in the brown. I have two different ones. I'll show you both. Okay. I'm going to have to come across the camera because these are long rolls. Okay, see this? See, I told you, it comes on a long roll. See? So this one is gorgeous. And that's the print on that. All right, so we're going to rip some of that off. We'll use some of this. And then this one. This is the same one as the other one I just showed you. So here's a long roll. Okay, there's the end. But it's in brown. Isn't that fabulous? I got it from Daiso. And I live in Las Vegas. So, and thank God because of this pandemic, when I bought this, I bought a bunch of this a year ago. A year before the pandemic. And I'm so glad. I bought like 3 or 4 of each. And thank goodness I did. Because I did it because I don't live in California. I live in Las Vegas. So, you know, it's not like I go there every day. So I said, let me get 3 of each. It's only $1.50, you guys. That's dirt cheap for mixed media stuff. And let me show you what that looks like a little bit more. So thank goodness I did. Look how fabulous that is. Because with this pandemic, you guys know what's going on in LA. I don't know when the hell I'm ever going to get back to California. You know, we go to the LA area. I go to San Luis Obispo. I love going to California, but because of this pandemic, I don't know when we'll be traveling again. So anyway, I'm very glad that I bought the amount of this stuff that I bought. Okay, let me just ripping that out. Okay, there we go. And the other thing is, you know, Daiso is it's an Asian dollar store, but it's really $1.50. And just like Dollar Tree, you know, just because it's there one day doesn't mean it's going to be there the next time you come. Especially me, I only went to California maybe 3 or 4 times a year, which kind of sounds like a lot, but you know, I live in Las Vegas. You know, it's just right next to us, so. So thank goodness I had enough foresight to buy a lot. I do that with everything though. You guys know me. I go to Dollar Tree when I do my Dollar Tree hauls. If I like something, you guys know. I'm clearing the damn shelf. If it's stuff I really like and I really use, especially in my art or in my DIYs, you know, I'm buying it. there. And we'll put this down here. Next, I'll be using some napkins. Get napkins in your life. Tuesday morning, sometimes Dollar Tree has nice napkins too, but Tuesday morning is just like, they have the best napkins. Okay, now, because I used, on top of the chalk paint, I used the Distress Spray stains. Right here, it's coming up a little bit, which is fine. Just letting you know. So, you know, that some of that may bleed up because you're using a spray stain. So, no major. Just, you know, letting you know about that. Just to kind of, I don't like that much yellow coming up. So, I'm going to throw, just to kind of dampen that up a little bit, I'm going to throw this on top of it. And it hasn't been bleeding through like that everywhere, but probably because I've done so many layers in this little spot. All right, that kind of controlled that a little bit. There we go. And someone's going to ask, why do I use this mirror? The reason I use this mirror is because I tape off my phone, and I tape off my phone, and it's facing up to the ceiling, so I can't see if I'm in frame or not. So I won't mention her name, but I was just watching somebody on Facebook today, and she obviously wasn't, maybe she has the same situation, and she was off the camera for a long time, for like probably half an hour. When I turned her off before then because I had to go come make my own video, but I'm sure when she noticed it, she was like so pissed, because I know I would be. You sit here making this video and you're not even on camera. That has to make you so mad. Okay, now I'm to more napkins. So I always love these. These are butterflies, and I'm almost out of them. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, I just love these napkins, these butterfly napkins. And I had bought when I bought them, I knew I'd love them. I think I got them at Tuesday morning. I bought tons, but now I'm at the end. And you know what? I think I didn't buy these. I think I got these at a Dollar Tree. That was in California when I used to go there. At a Dollar Tree. I think that is where I got these. I don't know. Wherever the heck I bought them. I bought a lot, but eventually you run out. Okay, so these beautiful butterfly napkins, one's going to go there. And remember, you're going to see all the beautiful things come right up through these napkins. All the beautiful layers are going to come right up through it. Okay, how I like to do napkins, I take a paintbrush with a little bit of water, and I go around, so I almost create myself like a perforated edge with water, so that I can just tear out exactly what I want to tear out. See how that's just tearing? So, I remember when I learned that, I was like, oh, game changer. And usually napkins, if you take all the layers off, you can just go right on top of them. Even if it's the glue's dried underneath, it goes right through. Okay, I'm loving this napkin. Okay, I'm going to let this go because I'm trying to savor these napkins. Trying not to put too much. Trying to save some of it because I don't have that much left. We're getting pretty full here. I love this napkin. Look how beautiful. I think Olivia Hernandez gave this to me. If you're watching this, hey Olivia, isn't that gorgeous? Olivia shops at Tuesday morning also. And she has sent me so many beautiful napkins. I don't know what my problem was. The last time I was there, I didn't buy any napkins, and there were some gorgeous napkins there. And I've been sorry ever since that I didn't grab those napkins. I'm going to put this right here. I think the reason I didn't grab them is because I have so many. I convinced myself, Angela, don't grab any more napkins. But then I've just been thinking about those napkins ever since. So, yeah, these are the things I think about. Napkins. Angela, why didn't you grab those napkins when you were at Tuesday morning? Oh, that was stupid. You should have grabbed those napkins. I'll yell at myself about that for a long time. Okay, I think this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, these were at Dollar Tree in California, in Pismo Beach. I picked up probably 6 packs. They have this one in Pismo Beach, California. They have this one Dollar Tree that has the biggest party section I've ever seen. It's 2 aisles long. It's like they specialize in parties. And the napkins were just, they just had an abundance of napkins, of beautiful napkins. Again, since I didn't go there all the time, I picked up, I think I picked up like 5 of each one that I liked. At $1 a piece, you guys? Tuesday morning is, you know, I have to pay $1.99 to $2.99. So, fabulous price. Okay. To separate a napkin, to get all the layers off, I'm trying to get it in the glue. Put it on the corner of the napkin, a piece of tape, and then that'll just take any layers off. I think I got all the layers off. Yeah, I did. So that's how I got the layers off of this napkin. Alright. I wish I could have showed it to you, but this whole napkin was about to fall into the glue on my page here, so we don't want that. Alright. Let me carve out, with water and this paintbrush, what I want to use. There we go. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Alright. Let me carve it out a little bit more, what I want to use. Alright. Gotta figure out where I'm putting this. Put that right there. Gorgeous. And what's pretty is all that stuff that's below it is coming right up through it. Beautiful. And then I have this butterfly. And you guys, look for this. Later on today, I'm going to make another video. I bought Jane Davenport's fairy pigments. And what it is she's selling you a whole pigment kit. And it's a kit. And you can make your own watercolors. And I think you end up making 60 watercolors. And it's so fun. And they're so beautiful. So, and I've already been making the watercolors. So, I will give you guys a little sneak peek of that. And we'll make some watercolors together. And that'll be in a video later on today. Alright, napkin. Lay down. Lay down. Why is that napkin just... Oh. That napkin must have been a little thick. So that's a pretty butterfly right there. It's flying off the page. Lay down. There we go. Okay. See if I want anything else anywhere. I really should stop. I got enough going on. I'm sure some people are like, girl, you probably got enough going on. I'm going to put one more little butterfly right there because I really feel like I need to. It's a small one, not a big one. I'll show it to you. See, it's this little one right there. See? I just feel like a little butterfly should go there. And to paint, the glue is kind of dried up. Let me just put a little bit down. There we go. Look how pretty that looks. Just a little butterfly there. And that's what you need to do. Really go with your gut. When you see things, look at your page, go, does it need anything else? Does it need anything else? Does anything need anything else? Like, again, I think that little butterfly, I'm going to do another one right there. And at this point, I have so much on here, I'm not making big decisions. These are just little small decisions. Just little small decisions. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this right here. Put it right there. Perfect. All right. This is one of my favorite napkins. I just think it is so gorgeous. These magnolias. I just bought a bunch of magnolias from Dollar Tree. Oh, they're gorgeous. I just did it in my haul. Okay. Just to overdo it a little bit more, I have some other little small things that we can add. They're very small. It says Paper Studio, and look how this was $5.99. I got it for $1.49 at Hobby Lobby. You guys, if they have that clearance, they'll have it for like January and February and a little bit into March, and they clearance out the craft section. They clearance out different parts of the whole store, but really pay attention to the craft section and the fine art section, and you'll find so many goodies. So this right here has a bunch of vintage like little stickers. So I want to put some of those stickers in here. So there's one. And like I said, these are little small decisions. So it's no major. It's not going to cover up a whole lot of stuff. It's real small. Ooh. These are just little small decisions. This is a little key. And nobody's probably even going to see this. You know, it just adds to the whole thing. I like that. And I think this is to go, that's not like that. I think this is to go, this whole book is for, is to make bottle caps, I think. Maybe bottle caps for jewelry. Let's see what it's for. Yep, perfectly sized for bottle caps. But you know me, I'm not using this for bottle caps. I mean, I might, but probably not. Right when I seen it, I thought, ooh, mixed media. Look at this little thing for a little shoe. Okay. You can also, if you don't have something like this, washi tape. And I could have used some washi tape on this whole thing. Little bits of washi tape just here and there, just as another little layer. And then you're starting to use some of your stuff that you never ever use, which is cool. Like, look, I have some washi tape right here that would go really cool. Look at this Paris washi tape. I have that just sitting right here. Let's just use some. Bam. And we'll put that washi tape right here on the edge. And even though the washi tape is sticky, I don't trust it. Treat it just like everything else. Look how cool. And it blends right into my mixed media. Let's use some more of that same washi tape on the other side somewhere. There we go. I'll just add it right over here on the side. You could take small little bits of it, like little pieces, like take a little piece like that and add that somewhere. Let's just put that right here. And I'm going to take this little piece of washi tape right here and just find a little place for it anywhere. Doesn't matter. Right there's fine. This is probably my favorite part of doing my art journaling or just doing mixed media period, is doing the background. I love doing this collage background. I love it. It's just, it's an obsession. Okay, so that was my last layer, was all of the napkins. See how I have all that? That's going to go underneath. And then that whole thing is going to go into a, I think it's a 15 by 15 plastic bag. Big, huge plastic bag. It has a handle on top. I get them at Dollar Tree. And then that way, I'll be working out of that for the rest of the week. And it keeps your projects all together. You get them in, usually they have them in the section where they have like all the hangers and stuff like that. They're 15 by 15 plastic bags, and they're really thick, and you can get 3 in a package. You can get 1 in a package, you can get a set of 3 and a set of 2. So I get the package that has a set of 3. So, and you can put all your stuff in there. Just a second. Let me put that back in there. And then that. Okay, you guys, so let me just, this needs to dry. So, you know what I love about the summer here is that, right now we're in the, of course it's cold, but in the summer, it's so damn hot here. I could put this outside and all these layers would dry in 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah. But it's not summer, it's winter here. It's cold. Well, to us it's cold. It's like 40 or 50. And so, you know, I gotta sit there and let all these layers dry. So this will be, you know, for probably the rest of the day. So, I won't, the last part of this is going to be doing probably some colorizing, maybe with the chalk paints, maybe with inks. I'm not sure yet. We're going to do a little bit of colorizing, and then we'll do focal points. So we're almost done with this. So the next session on Thursday, look forward to Thursday, we will do that. And I'll work on other pages. Like tomorrow I'm going to do some art journaling, but I'll start a whole new page. But I won't finish this up. I'll only finish this up with you guys. Okay? So I will wait. Okay, you guys, that is it. We might add some stamping on here. We'll still probably add some few things. We're going to add some stamping, and we might add some stenciling. We'll see. We might add some little creative writing. So there'll be a few other things we'll add on here. So, okay, you guys, that is it for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Oh, you guys, if you're playing along with this and you want to show your work, there's a group called Our Magical Little Place, and whatever art you're working on or whatever crafts you're working on, you can come and share it with the group. Everyone is very nice there. And especially come share your artwork on there if you're doing this series of giving yourself permission to art journal every day, or whatever it is that you're giving yourself permission to do. Okay, you guys, that's it. I'll talk to you guys next video.